Okay, we're here with the Gaffer after a 1-0 victory against Darlington on a cold, wet, windy afternoon at the Silverlands. Gaffer, last week we talked about putting a full performance together. It might not have been the typical Buxton performance of free-flowing football all game, but what a performance it was. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, we set the boys a target of just being on the front foot from the off, and I thought first 15, 20 minutes we came out of the blocks, looked really sharp, moved the ball really well, and Ty hits the post and Ty scores, and we had a couple of balls flash across the box. I, I thought for 90 minutes we were really dominant. I thought we were excellent. The only thing that was missing from it was a couple more goals. But credit to the back four, keeper, and two CDMs who were for the last 10 minutes. Obviously, a bit of an onslaught. Held firm.
Yeah, and the first 50 minutes you just talked about, probably the best 50 minutes of the season football wise. We were fantastic, and all half we really dominated the ball, moving the ball around, and like you say, the only thing missing was more goals to go with Ty's opener.
Yeah, it was something we obviously watched Darlington. We had a game plan this week of how we wanted to play against them, and it 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 worked to a T really. Getting Oliver Greaves in little pockets of space in midfield where we can where he can be dangerous. I thought Luke Hall, Luke Brennan either side of him were good. Ty Stodges obviously scored a goal and was a handful, but I thought both fullbacks excellent. And then George Ward comes off injured, and Louis Stevenson comes on. Hasn't played a lot of football recently, Lou, but was excellent when he came on. So again, the benefit of having a really really good depth in your squad.
And coupled with the free flowing football, it was for noticeable for me the desire second half. Bodies on the line, stopping crosses, stopping shots, defending the box. I think is one thing you're really proud of today is that clean sheet because it's might have been lacking over the past few weeks, and today we've kept a nil.
Yeah, I said to him before the game that when you've got an attacking front four of that we've got and the replacements we've got to come on, then the job of the back four and the CDMs is to keep clean sheets. Now they if they do their job, then it's up to the boys up top. So today it was a lovely. Um, they both mirrored each other. Obviously, the attacker boys did really well, but defensively, I thought we were superb. Kieran Burton, Max Bardell, George Ward, Coops in it was superb. And the desire, like you said, Chris, to stop crosses and to get the second balls. And we had a lot of first and second contacts today, which if you do that, you end up dominating midfield.
And just to touch on two players, Gaff, might not have been glamorous, but Curbs and Truman in the middle of the pitch, I thought were excellent, breaking stuff up, getting attacks going. Must have been a tough decision leaving Tate out after last week, and them two were fantastic.
Yeah, Tate was really unlucky. Tate was superb last week. Obviously, popped up with his goal, played his first 90 in a while since his injury. But I just kind of reverted back to my mind back to Kidderminster when Will Truman and Curbs were superb in there. Now, that's not to say Tate wouldn't have done as good a job. But I thought it would have been harsh if I'd left one of those two out. It's a bit of an unsung job, that is, because you've got to protect the back four. But how we play, you've also got to be energetic enough to show for angles and to receive the ball and to make us playing forward to that great front four that we have. So they are the link in the whole group, really.
And it'd be remiss not to mention that man Ty again, 10th for the season. I think the shock of everyone was when he hit the post first off, but what a finish for his opener.
Yeah, it was probably harder. The one he scored was probably harder than the one that hit the post. But he did everything right with the first one, opening his body up. Um, you know, keep him in the wrong way. He just pulled it slightly, but his goal was excellent. It's a real poacher's goal, that, because he gets his body in the way of the centre half, and it's a it's a lovely left foot finish. In I think he's gonna have to post on the far side. So, but not just his goal, he led the line really well. His non-stop athleticism and running you know, is there to be seen week in week out. And yeah, he's he's doing really well for us, Ty.
Good stuff. And again, we talked yesterday about the wet and the windy. It certainly was that a horrible day. Silverland's faithful still packing the railway end in good voice, drum going. Just a word on them.
Brilliant again. To come out on the numbers today, because it was wet and windy. And I asked you yesterday, Chris, for no wind and lots of rain, but you never delivered. So it was wet, it was windy, but just to see to see the place busy and to reward that with a win and a really good performance of 3 points. So now we turn our attentions to our game next week in the FA Cup.
Good stuff. Right, well done today, Gaffer, and we will catch up with you next week.